Hello everybody, Alexander back with another episode of the Fire Emblem Three Houses Black Eagle playthrough. So we are going to explore the monastery today and take place in a couple of events going on, as well as fulfill any quests that we see going on around the monastery. I'll do the red exclamation mark last, as that is the, primary directive. So we're gonna go to the dining hall first. We're going to use the fast travel function to try to save a little bit of time. Head chef, what do you want, bud? Collect recipes, the library has cookbooks, yep. Perfect. Make sure that gets done. And while we're in this general area, we're going to hit the greenhouse. Remember how I said to do this every single time you explore? You see blue items like this, make sure you're picking them up, as they can be anything from useful items to experience gain. See local fishing guide, so we're going to get professor level points for that. Just remain aware of your surroundings at all times. Perfect. Free fish. Free fish. Awesome. Okay. That is the only downside of the fast travel feature, so when you fast travel to like a room or an area, just have like a brief look around. Make sure you're not missing anything. Planting seeds, cool. Professor level points. Some seeds, nice. Yes, I will do some gardening. So we're going to collect what Dedu gave us, and then we're going to plant some new seeds. We'll do mixed herb seeds. Cultivate, pay 300 gold. And don't worry too much about money, it's pretty easy to get more of it. Oh, Shamir.
Have we met? No, sorry. You remind me of someone I know.
I like Shamir a lot as a character, and I will do my best to recruit her. She can be a bit tricky to get, though, just because of the things that she likes. If any of you know of a fast way to do that, by the way, just post in the comments below. Any help is appreciated. Alright, so we gotta go to the library, but first let's try to take care of any quests that are in this area. So over here appears to be another one. I think it's past here. Yep, right here.
You can't be serious. I need your help.
Interact with dogs or cats and share some meat or fish or produce. Once you've fed them for a bit, you might get some kind of reward. Okay. To feed the dogs and cats of Garrick Mox, select food items from gifts. The animals don't much care for food imbued with magic, but fish, produce, and meat are enjoyable for them. If you give food to dogs and cats, you may get something in return. The animals get full, however it happens. Find another animal to feed. Okay. Sure, here you go, buddy.
Yay! Thanks.
Nice. Okay, so that's what I was saying. Like, now we have some more ingredients for cooking. What about this cat? Sure. Okay, so that cat's full. Oh, okay. Well, thanks for Mithril. That's interesting. I don't know if it's something that good all the time, but, you know. I was just curious. I figured I'd give it a couple things and see what happens. Ah, yes, the marketplace. A very important area. Okay. Accept quest from Gerald. Collect recipes from library. Is there anything else down here to do? Yeah, but that's the red quest. So we're gonna go up to the monastery real quickly. Oh, we haven't been there yet. Easy enough fix. Just run through this main hallway and go straight up. Yep. Entrance hall. It's important to try to get all the fast travel locations unlocked as soon as you can to save yourself time traveling the monastery, so you're not stuck doing what I am currently doing.
was thinking.
Alright. Just about there.
Well,
It's a pretty cool place, though. Alright. The cathedral. It's a very, very important place. Looks difficult to siege. You know, as one would expect. Ah. Yes,
I have a
what's
favor
up?
to ask.
Yep, they're just missing their documents. Okay.
Professor.
And then over here is Seteth. What do you want, bud?
Inside the cathedral, there is a chapel dedicated to the four saints. Do you know of them? Saint Indec, Saint Macuel, Saint Keyhole, and...
Saint Kathleen! Who is your favorite, Professor?
Now that you are a member of the Church, be sure to familiarize yourself with our teachings and traditions.
As weird
have
as it is,
something to
Seteth,
ask
I
of
do not think that is at all relevant to my job. Alright. Over here are the shrines he was talking about, or the statues. These will become relevant a little bit later. We'll gain access to them, and then the game will explain some stuff, and whatever it doesn't tell you, I will. Alright, now that we've got fast travel, we're gonna go to the library real quick, grab what we need from here, and keep our eyes peeled for any extra materials. Like I said, you want to keep your eyes open at all times. Tantalizing cookbook, classic cookbook, and illustrated cookbook. Alright, cool. So we've got that. Then we're gonna want to go here. Turn this in, then run out the door, grab the thing Seteth wants us to pick up. It's all about planning, really.
You're a lifesaver.
Awesome. Thanks for the rewards. No, we're not cooking with anyone right now because I'm trying not to burn any activity points just yet. So I always make sure all of my quests are done. Whoops, did I go too far? Ah, yeah, just a bit. And the primary reason for that is sometimes an activity will require you to burn a point.
Bridget, Elmira, Dusker, even people from far-off lands gather here at the Academy. Word of advice, Professor. There are those who don't think kindly of such people.
Interesting. Now we're gonna go turn this in. Oh, I actually messed up. You see this flashing light down here? This is actually the documents for the choir instructor. I think they're right here, actually. No, insect larva. It's one of these two. Is this it? It is. Perfect. And, see, because now both those check marks are in the same area. So if you can, just try to minimize time spent traveling to get things. Because if you can get stuff done quickly, you can maximize like your amount of time spent on things, which is very important when you're trying to do things quickly. This is useful for like spam leveling faith, the acquired thing. It also gives you professor levels, so it's not a bad thing to do. I just prefer the meals.
So, well done. You have my thanks.
Yes, thank you, Seth. Alright, what else do we got to do? And then Gerald should be right out here, yep. Talking to Leonie.
Professor, hey, do you know how old Captain Gerald is?
No,
That's
I don't.
enough, Leonie. If I don't know, how could my child know?
It's not normal to forget your own age, you know. It's kind of worrisome, actually.
By the time you're forgetting your own age, you're past the point of caring.
I guess if you put it that way, you've got a point.
I have a request.
Sure, man. Yep. I just gotta go grab something from upstairs for him. I'm really, really glad they put a fast travel function in this game. Right, and his room is right here. Perfect.
Thanks for your
And it
help.
auto turns in, so you don't have to go back to him. Perfect. And we got his battalions. Inventory, access item store, yep. Abilities and combat arts. You can be equipped from a menu like I showed you guys earlier. You can use the battalion menu to assign battalions to your units, and I'm going to go over those in a second. You can use the reclass function to change classes of your units. Okay. So if I go in here and I go to inventory, battalions, and let's just put it on. Give me a second. Oh, interesting. You're gonna notice that each of the battalions, for having them equipped, give you certain things. And you want to make sure that you are equipping a battalion that is useful to have equipped. So for right now, we don't have a lot of choices. I'm just gonna give Gerald's mercenaries to Alex, because it just makes sense for him to have them. Then we'll go to Edelgard. And then we will pick this one, because her stopping people from moving just sounds useful. And then Hubert, why not? We'll give him the Saros mercenaries. Awesome. They're probably not ideal. We'll get better ones as we go. Not too concerned about it right now. Let's go get our primary objective done. I always just knock out the quests really quick and then jump straight to any unique activities that might be going on for the day and determine what out of those I want to do.
Perhaps. For some students, this will be their first time stepping onto a real battlefield. It's important that they're mentally prepared. As for me, do I look green to you? Is there anything else you wish to ask me about regarding spending your time at the monastery or battles?
Alright, so she's already answered all these. Faculty
Just as
training.
students have much to learn from other students, professors can also share their knowledge with each other. You should consider seeking instruction from Professor Hanneman or Professor Manuela. I think you'll find their insight quite interesting.
Okay, you can also increase your skills by training with knights and professors in the monastery. Use the faculty training option to benefit from their wisdom. As the story progresses, faculty training will become more advanced drills. Use this option to learn from any unit with a higher skill than your own.
Which house a student is
This is what I was
assigned
talking
to
about.
depends on where they're from. That said, each professor has their own area of expertise. So if a student is adamant about it, it is possible to switch someone from one house to another, pending your approval, of course. If you become closer with the students by partaking in the various activities around the monastery, you'll be able to talk to them about such things.
To recruit students from other houses, you will need to meet their requirements. This is technically a lie. It is easier to recruit students who like you. Try building up your support level with students you'd like to recruit. Certain non-students will also become available for recruit as story progresses. Yep. So you really only need people to a B support level to recruit them. That's all you need. And then it will occur at random over the course of a week. Do we have anything left to do? Nope. Okay. Fairly certain we did the greenhouse already. Let's go see the dining hall event. Today's special. Both of them appear to benefit greatly from that. Let's see here. So I did look up a few things after the last episode. And Sylvain has pretty good stat growths. And Raphael's not bad. Hilda is disgusting, so is Leone. And the teachers aren't terrible. Ferdinand, I realized why I was having such troubles with him, and it's because it turns out he's a late game unit. So I will be leveling him and messing with him a little bit. So what I'm going to do here is I guess feed Linhart here, even though I'm not thinking of using him at all. And then Sylvain? Nah. Hold on. Linhart, I really don't like you. I just don't. I don't like using him. I've never liked him as a unit. So instead, I think I'm going to use this meal to try to gain friendship with Sylvain and Mercedes. Because Mercedes is a really good healer, and I want her on our team. And Sylvain is just a very powerful unit to have.
Yeah, you just get it, Professor. This is my favorite.
This is my absolute favorite. How did you know, Professor?
Awesome. See how much support level that gives us for the professor level as well? Full menu. So always check with any of your units. So like I'm not really using Bernadette or Linhart for anything. And I don't get too much teaching levels right now in the classroom, so I'm not really focusing super hard on them as units. So what I'm probably gonna do is have a look at who needs to be given stuff. So Ferdinand and Petra both need to get their motivation up, so that's what we're gonna do. This is what I was talking about, making sure you're using your experience points carefully,
After a scrumptious
because
meal
it's
like
very
that,
important.
I feel that I can really seize the day.
I would be liking that greatly.
Awesome. Because it was a food event, it raised friendship by a lot more. So with support levels, this is stuff between characters. So like Ferdinand and Petra are at C level now. And if you click on yourself, you can see where you're at with like other people. Okay. Now that we've done the food event and we're out of professor points, we're going to, or action points or whatever they're called. We're going to go down here and check out this fishing event. Yes, I would like to fish in the pond. Because it's just free professor levels. Oh. Dang. I gotta get the timing down on that. I'm not perfect at it yet, but we'll get there. Not bad, okay. That was an easy fish though, so. Alright. We're just gonna kind of do this until we're out of bait for the day. Dang. So close. It's okay though. Nice. Okay. And we're just doing this for the free professor points. Which is kind of what I advise doing anytime you have the bait to do it anyway. Gosh dang, man. The redfish is kind of intense. I'll get it down. Just takes some practice. Alright. Perfect. Alright. It's okay. It's more about just getting the fish and whatever professor points we can. Alright, yep, nope, I'm out of bait. And that's okay. Pretty sure we did the greenhouse already, but let's double check our stuff. Yep. Awesome. And now we're just going to end the day and continue forward. Because I don't even have gifts to give people yet. So it's just going to be a matter of time, I guess.
Well, I can tell you how it works based on what I've heard from other professors.
Instructions. When you instruct your students, they gain skill experience. As their skills level increases, so they will gain access to new abilities and combat arts. The number of people you can instruct is indicated by your activity points at the top of the screen. When you set up a group task, the students you assign will continue the task until you change it. After the first round of instructions each month, your students may come to you with a question. They will be motivated if they like your answer.
Before
Skill
starting
goals.
work, it's a good idea to determine everyone's academic goals. Students will want to prioritize studying things that will help them achieve their aim.
Students study on their own and earn skill experience according to their skill goals. Results are reported at the end of each week. You can alter a student's goals at any time using the goals menu.
It's probably easier to get good results if you instruct students based on their interests and specialties. Of course, that doesn't mean it's pointless to teach someone things unrelated to their personal goals as well. By looking beyond their preferences, some students may find they're interested in fields they've never previously considered.
A 3-star mark next to a skill indicates that you will unlock a budding talent after a certain amount of instruction. Once you have unlocked a budding talent, that person will go on to excel in that particular skill. They may even learn a new ability or combat art. In my experience, this always grants a new ability, but I might be wrong.
A student's goals may change based on their studies or the experience they gain while on missions. When that happens, perhaps you could help them decide what new goals they should set for themselves.
As students improve from instruction and personal study, they may approach you with suggestions for new goals. Whether to accept their suggestion or not is completely up to you. Feel free to guide your students along the path of your own choosing. Saying no when they come to you with one of these does not affect anything. It will not affect friendship, nothing. Like, they won't be upset, none of that. So it is totally up to you.
How motivated a student is will affect how well your tutoring goes. To help cultivate their motivation, I think it's a good idea to interact with your students as much as possible. Please try your best to motivate everyone, so that they, in turn, will try hard with their assignments and activities.
Yep. You can just give them gifts or feed them. Or give them MVP in combat, but that's a little bit trickier because they kind of have to do the most during battle to get that. Group tasks.
At the Officers Academy, students are encouraged to engage in various activities in and around the monastery. If you instruct your students to work together as a team, it will help to deepen their bonds and produce better results.
Okay. You can assign one group task each week. Students who take part will earn skill experience based on your choice. You can also get gold and resources by completing these tasks. The result of a group task will depend on the student's strengths, weaknesses, and affinity for one another. So it's very dependent on a couple of things that all mix together that determine the outcome of it. Certification exams.
About the certification exams? They take place every month. Everyone here is working hard to become a certain type of soldier, and those tests are how you can check to see how far we've come. In order to pass the exam, you need to train enough to become whatever class you're aiming for. Take care to develop your students strategically so that they can pass their certification exams.
When you pass a certification exam, you can change to a new class. Benefits of high-tier classes include increased stat growth rates. Okay, so goals. I'm gonna let you guys in on a couple of things here. For Edelgard here, I am planning on turning her into an axe and heavy armor unit. So you can go into the custom screen and tell her that you just want her mastering axes and heavy armor. And that is what she will do. And I'm gonna do that for every single person. Hubert is already studying what I want him to. As far as Ferdinand is concerned, I actually want him learning axes and probably heavy armor for right now. I know that that's weird, but just bear with me. I have a plan. For Linhart, I kind of just want him learning faith and writing for right now, because I'm going to be turning him into something later that all of that is important. Caspar, it doesn't matter because I'm not using him. For Bernie, I want her to learn archery and horsemanship. And then we're going to go to Dorothea, who is going to learn reason and faith. For Petra, I want her mastering swords and flying for right now. I've got a plan. Group tasks. For heavy armor, I want... actually, stable duty, now that I'm thinking about it. Because I want both Bernadetta and Linhart doing this. I just want them passively gaining experience in this, because both of them are going to need it. Instruct. So I can only pick 3 people. So I'm going to grab Edelgard here real quickly. And we are going to teach her in axes. Yep. And when you get a perfect like that, you can praise them and get the bar back.
Praise isn't necessary.
See? So it equals just more teaching opportunities over the course of it, but I think the praise can only roll once. Now, we're going to go down to Dorothea here. And remember that budding talent thing? Yeah, we're going to try to get her to just start being real good at faith magic as quickly as possible. See how it got a star? We got to do that for 3 total sessions before it turns into an advantage. And for Ferdinand, he has a budding talent in armor. So we're going to try to get that to be upped as soon as we can.
Never. I am beginning.
Perfect. Out of points. And then we just go to begin lecture. Do not ever use auto-instruct. I'm an avid collector of arms since I've come to live here. However, I have much more trouble finding new items for my collection. Any ideas as to where I might find some uncommon weapons? Try having a blacksmith teach you.
That's a good option.
Awesome. Got him a little bit extra motivation. And some extra professor points too. Nice. What's going on? Ferdinand? Yeah, what's up, buddy? Support conversation?
Hello, Professor. May I speak with you? You seem to hold Edelgard in high esteem. That is my impression, at least.
She's an awesome student.
She is certainly talented. No doubt about that. But I wonder, what is your opinion of me? I am quite talented too, am I not? Be honest. Do not hold back. Pretend that I am just a regular person, not the scion of a noble house.
I don't want to hurt your feelings, man, but she's like leagues above you.
You think she is better than me? I was just being modest before. Honestly, I have always prided myself on being superior to Edelgard. But evidently, that is not your perspective. I suppose there is only one thing to do. I must demonstrate my excellence.
Yeah, man, go for it.
Precisely. You cannot stop me. I will prove that you have drastically underestimated me.
That's what I like to see.
You think I could ignore such a slight upon my honor? Not likely. Come, Professor. We will begin with battle. Edelgard's skills in combat are no match for mine. I heard that just the other day, she defeated a demonic beast without assistance. Well, anything Edelgard can do, I can do better. And in half the time. Professor, you can be my eyewitness and timekeeper. Here we go! 2 at once? That's well, it will be fine. I can't do it.
Yeah, you bit off more than you could chew, man.
Seems you have saved my life. Thank you, Professor.
Awesome. Back to full motivation for free. That's what I like to see. That's what I was saying, support conversations are like super important.
Let's make this quick. I'm tired.
Oh no, this is impossible.
It'll be okay, you guys got this.
We did it!
Not bad. Okay, good. Good. Couple skill level ups. Nice.
My efforts were not in vain.
Good. Perfect. What's going on? Yes, all the time. Every time there's a birthday, people getting flowers. Alright, so this is gonna force us to battle as like a test. Auxiliary battles. Auxiliary battles are now available. How often you can battle is limited by your activity points, indicated at the top of the screen. On normal difficulty, some auxiliary battles will cost no activity points. Spirits of the Fallen. This is if I was playing online, which I'm not. No. Okay, so it's gonna force us to use our point to battle, which is fine. It's just a practice battle. Yes. Save as always. Yep, practice battle, White Clouds, Chapter 2, familiar scenery.
In battle, it's necessary to deploy battalions so that students can experience taking command. I doubt I need to say this to a mercenary like you, but if you have any questions about how to use your soldiers, please don't hesitate to ask.
Assigning
After you hire a
battalions.
battalion, you'll need to decide who will lead them. Battalions can contain soldiers like mages and monks who don't fight with weapons. Be sure to think carefully about who would benefit most from the support of battalion soldiers and their specific skills.
Yep. That's important for later.
When you deploy a battalion, you can utilize its special gambit in battle. If a gambit is successful, your enemy will be severely shaken.
Yep, and if you rattle them, they suffer a 10% penalty to all stats, can't move, and or use gambits. It's pretty strong.
Joining forces with a nearby ally is a surefire way to enhance your effectiveness.
When a gambit is used on an enemy within the attack range of one or more of your other units, it will become a gambit boost. The might and hit rate of gambits will increase based on the number of units participating and their support levels. Very important. Okay, so we are going to save here right before we do this. And this is where we're going to leave off. And then next episode, we're going to do the practice battle and continue forward with the month for the monastery. Thank you all for watching. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, as well as hit that notification bell if you enjoyed your time here. Until next time, Alexander, signing off.